Coming up on this episode of Discover Health Podcast.
So, today I want to start with something personal because I think it might resonate with some of you more than any statistic that I could really share. So, Josh and I tried to get pregnant with our first daughter for over a year and a half. And during that time, I did everything that I was supposed to do. I was eating well, I was taking the right supplements, I was doing all the things, and nothing was working. And when I look back now with everything that I know, I believe that my toxic burden during those years was a significant part of why my body was struggling. I also believe, and we may never know for certain, that I passed Lyme to our daughter in utero. And I've wondered many times what else may have transferred, what toxins were in my tissue and in my milk during those early years of her life that she then had to process with a system that was brand new and not really equipped to handle them. And I'm sharing this not to frighten you, right? But because I want you to have the most information that you can possibly have and the information that I wish I had had. Because the earlier you understand this, the more you can do about it. So let's start with hormones, because this is where so many women who come to us are truly struggling. Many environmental toxins are what we call endocrine disruptors. They interfere with your hormone system, and some of them don't just disrupt your hormones in a general way, they specifically mimic the estrogen. Chemicals like BPA, phthalates from plastics and fragrances, and certain pesticides, heavy metals like lead and mercury, they can bind to the estrogen receptors in your body and activate them, even though they're not actually estrogen. So then the result of this is what practitioners call estrogen dominance. And the symptoms of that include heavier, painful periods, severe PMS, mood instability, weight gain around the hips and thighs, and difficulty losing weight no matter what you do. And I see this so many times where this is the life of these women is these heavy hard symptoms. So here's the other layer that makes this even harder, something else to think about. Your liver is responsible for breaking down and clearing estrogen once your body is done with it. So at the end of that cycle, the liver is supposed to get rid of this, right? But when your liver is burdened by toxins, when it's congested and it's not draining properly, it's not working properly, it can't clear that estrogen out very well, right? So the estrogen recirculates. The toxic burden worsens, and the estrogen dominance makes it even harder for the liver to do its job. And it becomes a very frustrating cycle. This is one of the reasons that drainage first approaches are so important for women specifically. Opening the liver and bile ducts isn't just about clearing the toxins, it's about allowing your hormones to actually regulate properly and work as they're designed. When Josh and I were trying to conceive, no one was talking about or even talked to us about toxic burden as a factor in fertility. And I really wish someone had. Here's what we now understand. Toxins affect fertility in several ways. So they disrupt hormonal signaling that is required for ovulation and implantation. They impair mitochondrial function in egg cells, and the egg quality is heavily dependent on that mitochondrial health. They create inflammation in the uterine environment that can interfere with embryo, the actual embryo implantation, and they suppress the immune regulation in ways that contribute to the body not recognizing or even supporting that pregnancy. I am not saying that toxic burden is the reason every couple struggles to conceive. There are many factors that go into this, but I am saying that it is under-discussed and under-addressed piece of the fertility conversation. And the beauty about it, it's actually one that is within your power to do something about. And this is why we are now strong advocates for what we call preconception detox support. It's a drainage first, gentle approach to reducing your toxic burden before you try to get pregnant, not during. And this is key. We want you to be healthy so you can house a healthy baby and it be a healthy labor and delivery. This is not about doing an aggressive cleanse, but it's about opening your body's drainage pathways, really supporting your liver and lymphatic system, replenishing the minerals that have been depleted, and it gives your body the conditions it needs to carry a healthy pregnancy. It's really just supporting the body's design to carry a baby and to deliver a baby and have a healthy baby. So again, just supporting the design. So in this section, I want every woman of childbearing age to hear this. It's important, it's powerful, and it can be eye-opening for a lot of people. So the placenta was once thought to be a protective, just like this protective barrier between a mother and a baby. But now we know that this is no longer the case. Research confirms that a wide range of environmental toxins can actually cross that placental barrier and reach the developing baby. Things like mercury, lead, phthalates, pesticides, PCBs, and even flame retardants. And here's why this matters. A baby's detoxification system is very immature at birth. It's really harsh for a newborn baby to be trying to detox some of these really powerful chemicals. The liver enzymes and drainage pathways that adults use to process and eliminate toxins are not fully developed in that newborn. So, toxins that cross during pregnancy or that are transferred through breast milk after birth have a longer residence time. They stay longer in that baby's body than they would actually in yours or any adult's body. So let's talk about for a minute mercury. It's one that I want to call out specifically because amalgam fillings are still being placed in women's mouths all the time. And so many women that have them don't really know the deep implications that amalgam fillings have on their health and the health of their baby. Amalgam fillings are approximately 50% mercury by weight. They off-gas mercury vapor continuously, and that vapor is absorbed through the lungs and carried throughout the body. Mercury has also been documented to cross the placental barrier and to be present in breast milk. It affects the developing neurological tissue and it disrupts the gut microbiome, which is just being established itself in a newborn. And I want to be very clear. I'm not sharing this to create panic about breastfeeding. I'm a huge advocate for it. I see it has so much power and so much value. I'm a huge advocate for it. Breast milk is still extraordinarily valuable for a baby's immune development and microbiome seeding. The decision about how to feed your baby is personal and it's complex. But what I am saying is that the conversation about amalgam removal and the mercury burden before pregnancy is one worth having with a knowledgeable practitioner. A baby's microbiome begins developing at birth, seeded by the mother's vaginal microbiome during delivery, and then shaped significantly by breast milk in the weeks and months that follow. A disrupted maternal microbiome, including one disrupted by glyphosate, heavy metals, or mold toxins, can directly shape what gets passed to the baby during that such critical window. And research on the early microbiome development shows that disruption in the first weeks of life can have lasting effects on that baby's immune regulation, neurological development, and even mood and behavior as that child grows. And again, this isn't meant to add guilt. It's meant to add perspective and knowledge on why supporting your own terrain matters so much, not just for you, but truly for the next generation. And our daughter has navigated some health challenges that we believe are connected to what transferred during pregnancy and her early infancy. And that experience has deeply shaped the way that we approach both our own health and the work that we do at Discover Health. So, if you're a mom, if you are hoping to become a mom, or if you're supporting someone in that season of life, I truly hope that this video has given you something useful that you can actually hold on to, not fear or guilt, but clarity. And the beautiful thing is that you can do something about your toxic burden. The drainage first approach we teach in the GROW program is designed to be gentle, ordered, and sustainable. Exactly the support your body needs during some of the most important, awesome seasons of a woman's life. So, if you want to learn more about how we walk women through this process step by step, our free training is the best place to start. The link is in the description below, and Josh and I would love to see you there and answer any questions or concerns that you may have. And if you're ready to start supporting your terrain right now, we have built the Toxic Terrain Reset Bundle with products that address drainage, mineral replenishment, and binders, all working together as a system.